I learned something new today. Yes, we got a crazy trade deal as well. We got a Pinbacks deal for you all. We got a lot to cover today. Help me out with the thumbs up. Don't forget about the Pinbacks giveaway. It's going to happen tomorrow. This afternoon's video will be your last warning to enter this giveaway. I'll be cutting off giveaways about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be cutting off all entries. I'm going to be downloading everything into the file, and we're going to pick a winner tomorrow morning. So this is almost your last opportunity. If you're not signed up yet, if you're not yet subscribed, everything is free. Let's get into the video right now. What did I learn today? So let's start there. This goes into the trade deal that we did. Customer comes in today with some Cook Island coins. I couldn't believe I saw more of these. They're rare, but I didn't really realize how rare these are. They only minted, what I learned today, they only minted 5,000 each year. And I'm still trying to find out what years. I know they at least started in 17. I think they ran into 2023. If I'm wrong about that, correct me in the comment section below. I am learning about these. I did not even know when I was purchasing these. I'm glad I got a few rolls of 2022s, 2023s. I paid a little bit of a higher premium on them as well. But what I learned today, they only minted 5,000 each. And 100 of these walked to the door today. They were looking to do a trade deal for Silver Eagles. He wants the coin on the round. Okay, fine. And after he told me, you know, he was very nice about it. Not giving me no crap or anything like that. He was very, very nice, very, very friendly. And he just says, I don't think you know what you really have here. I said, maybe I don't, so explain it to me, I said. So I listened. So I'm looking around, and he's right. They only minted 5,000 of these. And I know they minted some back in 2017. I'm not sure if any other year was minted. I think it was from 17 to 2023. I only have 22s. I only have 23s. These ones happen to be 2022s. And this tube. So he wanted the coin on the round. He says, I like these coins very, very much. But he says, from my thinking, everybody thinks different ways. Okay, I'd rather have the coin on the round. Okay. So how close were we able to do an even trade? And I'm like, Bob, I'm not trying to beat you up at all. I says, here's what I can do for you. I says, you got 100 of them. I said, I'll trade you 100 for 100. You give me $100 more, and you can be on your way. He didn't quite like that deal. And he says, well, I guess I'll think about that. He said, I think you're a little too low. I says, I understand what other online dealers are charging for these. On eBay. You can take a look at yourself. Another online dealer on eBay is charging $54.99. But the other ones are not online dealers are $44. So where do you price them? I understand they're rare. They move at the store when we do get them in. I just don't have a customer base that wants them right now. I said, if I knew someone who wanted them, I can pay you a little bit more. And he says, well, I'm going to do some shop. I said, let me just say this. I said, we're paying the best prices in town. You want to go prices out? Go right ahead. I said, if you want to come back, my offer will stand. I said, the only reason my offer is going to stand because you were very, very nice to me. I said, I've had customers come in, give me an attitude, and a lot of times I tell them they walk out the door, they're not going to get the same offer. I said, I'll keep my offer open at the end of the day. He says, you got a deal. Goes up to another coin shop. He's calling me on the way back. He says, I'm coming right back to you. I'm going to take the deal that you offered me. No problem. We got the deal done. After more research, I says, can I just get your phone number? I says, I just want to make sure I'm doing you fairly. I says, I need to do more research on these. And he says, yeah, sure. So after I did some more research on these, talked with the boss. I said, I think we gotta give him $100 back. So let's just do an even trade deal on these. I said, we're still gonna make money. We're not gonna make money both ends of the candlestick. I says, let's just call him up and give him his $100 back. And the owner says, yeah, I think so. Called him back. I said, sir, when you get a chance, come back to shop. I said, we're gonna give you your $100 back. We're just gonna do an even trade deal. He said, you gotta be kidding me. I said, no. I said, I did more research. I said, I'm going to try to get them at 46. I'm going to list them at $46. I'm going to make a little bit more money on the other opposite end of this deal. I said, I don't need to make money on both ends of the deal. He says, I appreciate that. I'll be in later this afternoon. Look, we didn't have the time to do the research right then and there. So, when you had a little bit of time, you do some research. I'm shocked. All right, I'm shocked. I did not know they only minted 5,000. I get about 3 rolls of each, and I'm not trying to gloat about that. But I'm glad I got them now. I'm really glad I got these now. So yeah, how much more are we gonna see? If anybody has more information on the Cook Island bounty ship coins, let me know. Email me. Put it in the comment section and just let us know. You know, we don't know everything. We learn every day. We try to learn every day. And that's the right thing to do it for the customer. Is gain more information. A lot of foreign coins we don't know a lot about. We're not experts in everything. I'm not an expert in much. But I'm here to tell people the truth and being fair with everybody and being honest. That's how I run this channel. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks this week, my friends. Channel sponsor Pinbacks. I asked them last night. I said, can we do something for Labor Day? They came through. Canadian silver maple random years. They could be all the same year in the tube. 25 or more. I'm not going to give a price because the price of silver is moving all the time. They have it locked in at 25 plus. You see the price. If you're interested, it's a great deal, my friends, right now. You're only required to get one tube. 25 or more. If you want more than 25, 25 comes in a tube. The random years. They're all going to be retail friendly. Alright, that is key with Pinbacks. Right there. Check them out. Let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. I believe they're going to be running this deal until Labor Day. I'll be talking with them this afternoon. I'm going to confirm with this afternoon. So I might not be able to get that information out in this afternoon's video. But what I will do is I'll post a post on my community page and let you know when this deal will run to. That's all I can do. Or I can update you folks in the morning. Check channel sponsor Pinbacks out for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs. Yeah, and let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. No, I don't make a commission for the ones are new on the channel. They give me a monthly pay. I make no commission. The reason why you should tell them about I sent you, bigger giveaways will come in the future. That's all I can say, my friends. That's the honest God truth. We gotta stop the melt. You know, I'm glad you folks are on board with me with Stop the Melt. This really gets me mad. This should get us all mad. This should get us all upset. Teed off. Whatever else, other language you would like to use. Some of these coin shops and pawn shops, I don't consider coin shops or pawn shops anymore. They turn themselves into smelters. And that's what they rather do. They rather just burn everything that comes into the door. It is awful. It is terrible. It's all about them making a fast buck. I call BS that they can't sell their stuff. It's just a fast buck. Well, when it's all gone, you start melting all the silver down, all the gold down, especially our constitutional silver. It's not going to be around. It's going to be around for the people who have it in their hands. There's not enough. You really want to be on this Bitcoin, stable coin, meme coin? People laugh, say, oh, the internet's not going to go out. Okay. You really feel like the internet's never going to go out? Then go stack Bitcoin. Go stack your meme coins. Go take the government control over stablecoin. And good luck. But with silver and gold physically in your hands, nobody can harm you with that. Nobody can take it away from you. Yeah, you can get robbed, yes. How likely is that going to happen? All right? Power goes out, and I'm not talking about long term. Could be long term. Just during a typical afternoon thunderstorm. It can happen anywhere in the country. Just a few hours. If you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you need cash at the ATM in that section of the country, don't have power, tell me how you're going to use your credit cards. Tell me how you're going to use your debit cards. Tell me how you're going to get online to get your meme coin and your Bitcoin and your stable coins. Not going to work, my friends. Not going to work. I wish more stores get on board with stacking silver and gold and accepting silver and gold, physical silver and gold as payment. Those days are coming back. And it's going to start your local businesses first. This country, United States of America, was built on small business. But we got corporations like Walmart, Target, Amazon, taking over everything. We got to take our country back, my friends. This stays locally. Silver and gold. Your local businesses will start the race. Don't believe me? Look up history. Small business. Small business built this country. Not these big corporations. It's a shame that corporations have taken over everything. And guess what? We don't make anything here anymore. We're going to rely on every other country, like China, like Japan, parts of Europe, to send us goods from overseas. We got to bring the jobs back. How do we do that? I don't know. Inflation's not going away. And for the ones who think inflation's really going away, I don't know where you shop at, but where I shop, and I don't shop at these fancy stores, inflation's not going away. No matter what store you're shopping at, it's going up. Even at the dollar store. It's no longer the dollar. It's $1.25, $1.50, $3, $5, $8. They even sell $20 items now at the Dollar Tree. Inflation's not going away. They cut interest rates next month, which is highly likely you're not going to see inflation spike right off the bat. It takes time for it to work into the system. About 6 months. You might see little spikes here and there. But I warned about this before. When we had high inflation, very high inflation, and prices not come down. They were complaining about oil going up, gasoline going up. That's why why haven't prices come back down? Why haven't prices come back down then? If it's so much better out there. Interest rate cuts mean the economy is tanking. That's what interest cuts really mean, my friends. People aren't out there spending. People are losing their jobs. It's time to wake up to the fact that this is what's going on in this country. And it's not one administration's fault. You know, everybody wants to people want to blame the last administration, current administration. Your real problem is Congress and Senate. You want things to change? Stop voting these people in Congress, in the Senate. Been there for 30 plus years, 20 plus years. It's time to change the Congress and the Senate. Never mind who the president is. Okay? Never mind. They only have so much power. They don't have the power for everything. Yes, they can do some things with executive orders, right? It's time to change the Congress and the Senate. Let's clean up the Congress and the Senate. But we can't really do that. You know why? It's rigged. I'll tell you it's rigged. How? I'm going to explain to you how it's rigged. Every state goes a different time. Every 2 years. And they train the new ones that come in how to handle it, how to handle this. That's our problem. We got so much insider trading. We got so much businesses paying off these Congress people, paying off these senators. Vote this way, we'll give you a check for this. It's corrupt across the board, both sides. So is it really going to change? Maybe. Maybe. You know, they say one thing to get in office, then they switch. And that's a crying shame. Now, I saw a comment the other day. CoinShop Chris for president for 2028. No thanks. Don't want the job. Not qualified for that job. And even if I was qualified, I wouldn't want it. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not running for president. I'm not running for office for anything. I like what I'm doing now. I like my job. No thanks. So I appreciate the comment. But the biggest concern I have, we got to stop the gosh darn melt. We got to stop our melting of history. And here's how we do it. Stop doing business with the coin shops and pawn shops that openly admit they love to burn everything they get in. That's one way. Stop giving them the business. Simple. 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 That's how we stop the melt. I don't want anybody being frowned upon on this channel saying you're not doing your part. I see you folks. I bought a roll of silver quarters. I bought a roll of silver dimes. I bought this. I got this. I got $5 worth of quarters. I got $3 worth of dimes. I got $2 worth of dimes. I got some Morgan & Peace dollars. Everything we can stack, it stops the melt. Don't get pressured in to buy any more than you can afford to get at one time. That is key. This is the same type of attitude I use with the customers at the shop, my friends. Don't convert more than you can afford to. Don't do it. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You've heard me say this before. Just do it as you can. I love when people say on the channel, I got this, I got this. I love it. Some people can afford more. Some people can afford less. It don't matter. We all doing our part. That's the key right there. It all adds up. It all helps. But what really teased me off, when I hear, I mean, there's a few coin shops that I know that are burning like crazy. It upsets me. There's not a way to run a business. You might as well shut down your coin shop and turn yourself into a private smelter. You might as well just do it that way. You're not a coin shop. You're not a pawn shop. You're a smelter. That is their business model. You folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. I am always happy to help you folks out. In my email. Every single description has my email. Thumbs up, my friends. Don't think about the Pinbacks giveaway. It's tomorrow. I'll post a link in the comment section below.